Yeah. In light of recent events, with everything going on in the community, I've remained pretty damn silent, but I've been nothing but talkative behind the scenes with a lot of creators where all this drama is seemingly taking place. Now, I do want to mention that this may seem like very convenient timing for me, but as I see more and more creators step forward, even Thickfillet with his videos, B-Flatten on live stream, and, you know, More and After Kills making videos on it, I feel like this is the first time in a long time where I feel like the community is more open to speak on things. It's not just Nextmakers or not just people affiliated with Gearbox just talking about things, because I want to talk to you about my experience with EpicNNG and kind of how he treats creators that aren't in your circle, because I see a lot of things popping up, and there's still a counterculture out there of people that are still defending creators like Epic, and he gives this facade of being a perfect person and a very open-minded, like he's reasonable and he's willing to have a one-on-one conversation with you, but it's truly not like that whatsoever. Now, for people that do not know, if you've stuck around my content when it came to Borderlands for a long time, you know with the Quag video that I made on my channel quite a while ago, the addressing Borderlands drama video right here. And this is me doing a 31-minute video basically showing every receipt possible that what I did and how I was treated in the Borderlands community with Quag was a complete facade. I have every receipt in this video that you will ever need. I have evidence, I have undeniable proof of everything from my interactions with Quag and how I was labeled something I truly wasn't in the community. You could check out this video, nothing's filtered, nothing's censored, and I didn't have a single comments on any of these comments on anyone even saying that I'm a bad person. Not a single person. Some people have their own opinions on how you would cancel others and all that, but nobody here directly agreed with Quag. And I felt like that spoke enough volumes to where if the entire community here is agreeing and they see it, why are creators not addressing it? Normally, the first instinct with creators like EpicNNG or Birdman or creators of that nature, they will do a PSA, a public service announcement saying, you guys need to block these people. These people you need to get out of your life, man. They're not healthy for you. They're not worth your time. And that is the first thing they jump on. But when I do the same exact thing that they do to other people in the community that are deemed toxic, that are deemed people we should not interact with, I do that to one of their own in the Nextmakers. But where is that? Where is the little generic tweets of we need to treat people better, we need to be better people in the creator space, we need to get our facts straight? No, there was none of that. There was nothing but artificial silencing of my video here, and I have proof of this, and I have proof that many creators that are even in Nextmakers seen this. They seen a creator lying about a situation and they didn't address it. They didn't call him out. They didn't say anything. So after I posted this video about my side of the story, we go over to EpicNNG. He just basically called me a piece of shit for making this video. He said that nobody cares about me anymore and I'm just a bad person. I'm a piece of shit, I guess. And I thought I showed in this video with all the proof that I'm not a piece of shit. So I'm wondering where your artificial I'm a piece of shit is coming from. Is it my political views? Is it my personal beliefs? Don't know. Don't care. But at the end of the day, what you did here, just this tweet alone pissed me off. I called you a toothpick because you're fucking built like one, but you elicited a emotional response on my part because you decided to just straight up call me a piece of shit and completely disengage what the video is from. You didn't address Quag. You didn't address the problem at hand. Kind of similar how when Siege made a video on things, you didn't address B-Flatten. You didn't address how B-Flatten was treated. What you addressed was, oh, Crypto said a fallopian tube joke. Oh, Siege just wants views. He's a little drama baiter. He needs to get those clicks, his 5 seconds of fame. You'd never address the actual topic of the video or why I decided to spend 31 minutes of my time talking about something. So that already pissed me off. And as you can see here, it has great interaction. Almost 6,000 people within 5 hours seeing that. That's beautiful interaction on your part. But the funny thing is, no creators publicly, or I doubt even privately, addressed him saying, this is not it, you're not helping. If you watch the video, you would not elicit this response unless you were in a biased standpoint or a biased situation. You would only defend Quag from watching that video is if you had a pre-existing bias towards me as a creator in the negative light or towards him as a favorable creator in the Nextmaker space, because you know Quag, you know what he stands for, yada yada, whatever. So you would have more bias towards him saying that I'm the bad guy, and you clearly believe that. You clearly painted me as the bad guy here, and let's take a look look at those comments because I think it was funny. Your own community and your own followers were questioning you. So if I open up a link here, I watched half of it, and from what I could gather, he was falsely accused of something he didn't do, and there was no evidence to prove he did those things he's being accused of. I couldn't find any evidence either, so it seems like he didn't do it. And Epic says, I could assure you, there is no false accusations made on the guy. He knew exactly what he was doing in that stream with the rest of his jerk buddies. Though, believe whatever you will. Believe whatever you will, according to EpicNNG. He says there is no false accusation. No false accusation. So where was I in the community? Damn, it doesn't make sense. Where was I doing Quag's list? And if you don't remember, Quag's list, what did he say ItsTermX did? Because I put this list up. He said ItsTermX was hurling insults, attack, everything of developers. So I was doing all of this, but you say right here, there was no false accusations made against the guy. All right. So when we take you saying there's no false accusations, and I go over to talking to K6, and K6 is able to have a humane conversation with me and make his own conclusion that it was a knee-jerk reaction and I did absolutely nothing that you say is a false accusation. So I find it funny how K6 has the gonads to talk to me and actually come up to a conclusion, but you would rather publicly make me look even worse and say that there was no false accusations, which is just unbelievable to me because you claim, oh, I'm a Nextmaker, I'm what this community stands for, but in reality, you're what this community fucking needs less of, if I'm being completely honest. People like you are the reason why new creators have no willingness or no drive to adapt to this community and actually stay a part of it, because there's people like you where you feel like you're above everyone else. You feel like you have the higher superiority complex just because you're labeled Nextmaker. You even address yourself as a big creator in multiple tweets. Most big creators don't average 4,000 views a video. I'm just saying that. But when you have this superiority complex, you kind of remind me of Handsome Jack, which is kind of fitting considering the series you post videos on. It very much aggravates me when people are like this. And if you're saying Term being a little rude right now, where's your proof? Well, you go to EpicNNG's video, which I actually liked. When I initially watched this, I gained more respect for the dude because I was like, okay, this guy is pushing against the big behemoths of Morning After Kill, right? He's showing the whole story. But it took me, I think, on my third time over to realize the amount of backtracking, the amount of sucking up still in this exact video, and the amount of things he just completely has wrong. But his sense of a superiority complex is still in this video, and let me give you a quick example of it.
Because we have something that you clearly do not, Mac. Respect. I personally worked on Wonderlands Redux and Borderlands 3 Redux for over a year. There might be a stream team, whether you like it or not, and people might get paid to be a part of it, whether you like it or not.
Now, we look into more of the comments that Epic is doing publicly. We have people not only like this, other people that were in my community as well. We open up a link here, and people are asking, like, what happened? And he said, this is false. I could assure you, it was not Quag who pushed him out of the community. The fool did it by himself. And like a normal person would respond, can you clarify, have you seen something that's not publicly available, or is there just something that I haven't seen yet? I'm not trying to annoy anyone, I was just curious, man. So Epic has a primetime opportunity to simply send the screenshot, just ignore all this, right? Send the hardcore proof of me being a shit person. And all he says, I'm not diving down that rabbit hole of a subject. I just know the guy had plenty of opportunities to do better, and says, and chose to align himself with other people. So it's funny how he will say that there is proof out there, but deflect any sort of proof when it is presented to him. And we have even more people in the comments asking for proof, screenshots, everyone asking for the actual side of the story. I can go on. People with actual brain cells are able to just see they had to go back and check the video, watch it for proof. They called him childish, and his own community was just hurling everything at him. I mean, people telling me that I'm just getting antagonized, and nobody ran to my defense. Nobody stood up for me. Nobody gave me a little wholehearted tweet saying, ItsTermX is a nice guy. You know, that little tweet that Nextmakers tweet against each other when one person is getting drama baited, and you know the tweets I'm talking about on Twitter. But it's so funny how all these people are asking for this proof, for this evidence. You're going to claim that this guy is a piece of shit. You're going to slander my name even more after I am defending my name, after it was literally just dragged through the mud, and I'm making a video to defend myself. You're still going to beat on the dead horse, and you're going to silence my only form, and you're just going to write it off and let everyone else know, oh yeah, he's just trying to get relevancy. It's honestly gross, and it's something this community, once again, does not need. Being able to be in a position where you have a direct bias and a direct influence on content creators in this community, and if you truly believe that they should have a standpoint in this community, you're always going to be able to decide that, because it always aligns. There's always people in the Nextmaker group that are going to be like, yeah, block these people, get rid of these people are cancer, these people are shit. It's the whole fucking facade. It's the way it is, and it is too much power, and it's something that is really gross when you have content creators like EpicNNG doing things like this to people that are just simply trying to get their side of things out there. Do I believe I'm a bad person? Not at all. Some people might think I am, but I know what I stand for. I know what I've done with this community. I know what my intentions are every time I click that record button and I'm trying to make a Borderlands video. I know exactly in my head the reasons I'm doing it. So it really annoys me when people try to paint this image like, I'm doing this for views, I'm doing this for relevancy, I'm doing this because I want drama. Not at all. I have my own avenue. If I really wanted views, I wouldn't be a Borderlands content creator, and that's just the raw truth of it. If I wanted views, if I wanted money, I wouldn't be here on Borderlands. I am here on Borderlands for my love for the series, and what I want to do is make content on the series I love. But it gets really hard and really fucking difficult when you have content creators like this ruining and tainting your image for the Borderlands community when they have this type of power. And honestly, it's more gross to the other people in the Nextmakers that see this actively going on, because I have a DM from a man by the name of Birdman, and I already know you guys are gonna be like, wow, Termex is sharing DMs. Well, after the way Birdman and Epic have treated me, I could honestly give any less of a shit when it comes to DMs with those two creators. Now when we go over to Birdman, he tells me, because apparently I was doing some transphobic stuff, I was being bad in the community, I was a bad boy. He says in his own words, you're not dumb. You know what the people around you say and act. It is your job to address it or leave it, unless the hate is something you agree with. Another Nextmaker saying that if you see something in your community circle and they're spewing hate within your atmosphere, it is your job to address it. The ignorance to those people is hate, and it just grows worse and worse. So it's your job to address it, it's your job to spread the word, and it's your job to put them in check. But no, when it's a Nextmaker and it's EpicNNG, we don't need to align with your personal beliefs, because it's your friend, right? It's your friend, it's your fellow Nextmaker buddy on the road to success. So you don't feel the need to do and practice what you preach. He was doing the same exact thing here that you're preaching, but where were you? Where was everyone else during all of this and addressing it and trying to mend it? I don't know. I don't know what you were doing. At that point, I didn't really care. And I'll show even more things going towards this on how the community wondered about all of it. Epic never addressed it. No one else ever addressed it. But yes, I wanted to make this video because everyone is just making videos like this, and you know what? I want to join in, share my personal experiences, because, you know, maybe I'll finally be heard by people that aren't going to suppress and silence my actual stories on things. Maybe when I make this video, people will be like, wow, maybe all the things people are saying about some of these Nextmakers aren't wrong. Maybe Termex was right with the Quack stuff, and maybe he was treated like shit. And when he tried to dig himself out of that hole, another Nextmaker jumped in and tried to suppress it once again and twist the narrative. So that's what I wanted to show you guys, because I feel like this is a great time to do it, and I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of all these things, all these fallacies thrown around. I've had issues with these creators for a long time, and I would love any of their side of stuff, because I feel like the ballpark has always been on my side of things, and I've been showing proof and I've been showing evidence. I would love a response or just a message to simply talk about things. And maybe I think we're past talking. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I think we're past all that. I've come to the conclusion that people like EpicNNG are just dickheads, and it's just how it is. It's people that finally believe that they're in a club. They get a little sense of, woohoo, I'm a part of, insert this thing here, and they abuse their power to worsen the community. But yeah, that's just my story. I'm not going to do the generic YouTube outros. It's just something I want to push out there. You know, Born After Kill's pushing some stuff out there. Thick Fillet poses some stuff out there. All these other creators are starting to speak up. They're starting to speak out on their personal experiences. And I feel like if I ever want to let people know what happened to me, I feel like now is really the only fitting time, considering I didn't have the gonads to do it before, because I just felt like it would get suppressed and pushed to the side, just like this exact story did. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another video.